Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with the free pick in the Georgia Tech versus Duke college basketball matchup on Saturday, December 2nd, 2023. Of course, we give out tons of free picks every day, and give out that many picks, well, going to like some the best, and those best bets are the ones we put under the premium picks tab at Pick Dawgz. Use the discount code PICK for 15% off. We also have Dime Club and Sharp Trading Plays meant for people who make big bets. If that's you, text the number you see on the screen. If it's the only way to get those is to text. So go ahead and take advantage. But let's get this one. Georgia Tech taking on Duke. Georgia Tech 3-2 on the season. Duke 5-2 on the season. Georgia Tech coming off a real nice win against a good Mississippi State team. They were an 8.5-point dog, bouncing back from a trouncing they took at the hands of Cincinnati. And I tell you, I did the video on that Cincinnati game, and I told people, in the video that Cincinnati might be a nice sleeper pick in a lot of those games in the Big 12. This team is really good and really well coached, and now in the Big 12, flying probably way under the radar. They had lost to UMass Lowell also as a 4.5-point favorite. Lowell, not a bad team at all. I mean, they're going to upset a lot of people this season, and we saw them play really tough against like Arizona State and other games as well. They've had other wins, but Georgia Tech is still probably a lower rung ACC team. We see Duke coming into this one, coming back, off that loss at Arkansas. And we knew Arkansas was going to be a very tough customer in that game. It was one of my top plays for the day on that day, because Arkansas coming off that tournament, losses to North Carolina, where they really did not play well because they had played that double overtime game against Stanford, and we're just absolutely gassed, So, the Hogs were kind of like waiting in the weeds, for Duke to come riding into town, and they just thoroughly ambushed them and beat them in that game. It was just a horrible spot for the Dukies, but I think there has to be some concern here for Duke because while, we could say, well, they lost at Arkansas at a bad spot, they lost to Arizona at home in Cameron against a very good Arizona team, but they've played really three good teams this season: Arkansas, Michigan State, and Arizona, and they've lost to two of them. And the other one, the win against Michigan State, 74-65, it was a lot tighter than that the bulk of the way. They did not cover at home against Southern Indiana. They did not cover against Bucknell. They were laying monster spreads in those games. But normally, we know Duke could pretty much name their number, especially in today's college basketball where it's so offensively based. So does Duke have bigger problems, or is it just, it's early in the season? I think the issue here is for Duke is, once again, while they shoot the three extremely well, as Duke does, Georgia Tech, actually the best thing they do is defend the three. And then offensively, I think Duke is the far better team in this one. I think that's where they really have the advantage. I think this is one of these games that I think Duke might get it at the end. They might not, so I'm probably not rushing to the window. I'll take Duke and lay the points. Don't love it, but that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks, putting your bets in, be sure to use our free betting tools at sportschatplace.com. They're 100% free. They'll tell you how often historically all the bets on the board have actually hit. Then pair them with today's odds, putting on the most favorable bets today.